Hi, everybody. It is Sunday. Oh my gosh. Look at where we are already. I can't believe it. We're about to start week four. Week four of our women's health. And you're going to see posted today, I developed a um, little rough presentation on soap notes. So that's going to be posted today because I've gotten a lot of emails over the weekend. Um, I know a lot of you were concerned about ensuring that you had your soap notes done properly, and I don't want you to stress too much about that because we're going to work on this throughout the next 16 weeks. That's what we do. I know that some of your professors had different expectations. It had to be one page, it had to be in a certain order. And I think that the presentation I put together will clarify what my expectations are and why I have these expectations. So I think right now what you're doing, everybody's doing really well. I had an opportunity to look at most of the case study discussions, and I think you're um, right where you should be. Most of the soap notes were good, but I made notations to people who had missing pieces, and so when you submitted the ones on Friday, I would expect that that would be corrected. If not, I'll let you know. And again, I don't want you to worry too much about that. I've also had a couple of emails about midterm. And yes, there is a midterm study guide that'll be coming out. And I also do an Adobe Connect um, midterm review. It's optional. I generally do this stuff on Sunday evenings, but we'll see. I'm going to look and see, and I'll give you a date because I know that's coming up quickly. I generally do the Adobe review about a few days prior to the actual exam. Whoops, I don't need that. So let's see where we are for week four. We have a case study discussion due. Oops, I didn't want to click that one. That's okay. Let's go to our module for week four. And we have our Reflecting God website. This week, we're going to talk a lot about complications of pregnancy, and our readings are reflective of that. Now, I know that I'm in the process of making some revisions to this course content, so I don't want you to get too concerned if the PowerPoint presentations are a little out of sync with the material. Just focus on what the objectives are for the week and our assignment. So, our case for case study discussion, we're talking about breast cancer. So, you're going to use the Quinn book and read the case study in Quinn and answer these 6 questions. And then I want you to converse back and forth, just like you've been doing. You've done a really good job. Make sure that the posts are substantive, and I want you to interact with each other. That's important. Piece of online education, and your soap note will be due. So again, this week is not different from the week before. You'll have your soap note due on Wednesday, or no, excuse me, your case study discussion due on Wednesday, your soap note due on Friday, and then all responses will be due on Sunday. And then we'll start gearing up for week five because now you've got paper two due, and then we've got your midterm on week six. So you'll be getting information from me in the coming days regarding information for that. But again, please feel free. Remember, the best way to get in touch with me is either text message or email. I look at my email all the time. Sometimes if I see common themes, like I may not, I mean, if I have like 6 people sending me emails asking me the same question, I may make an announcement to kind of cover all those bases. Um, and this weekend I may not have. I did had very limited service. I was visiting my daughter up in Upper Wisconsin and didn't have real good cell service or internet, so I had to wait until I got back. So hopefully this sheds some light on the expectations of week 4. More material to come in regard to the midterm exam and dates for our Adobe Connect session. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and have a good night.